So, did you guys enjoy that icebreaker? Yeah, you did, because I seen all you guys talking. So I know you guys enjoyed it. All I heard was a lot of talking. Did you even learn something new about somebody you didn't know? Yes. Yeah. Did you meet somebody new? Yes. Okay, awesome, good. I learned something too about my partner. I'm not going to call her out, but I learned something too. But in moving forward, we want to talk to you today about becoming phenomenally you, right? That is also the name of our business, Becoming Phenomenally You. We were inspired to come today to bring all of you phenomenal women and phenomenal women in training together just to network, to affirm, to encourage, and empower each other in our journey in becoming phenomenally who we are, right? So Janelle and I, we started our journey years and years and years ago, about in high school, so about 10 years ago, we started this journey. What they like? Okay, y'all laugh too hard. So a few years ago, we started our journey. However, in 2007, we decided to go back to school and become educational counselors. We were going to be high school counselors. But don't clap yet, because Janelle did become a high school counselor. I didn't make it. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. At that time, that was. I'm good still. I'm good. So, however, 14 years later, we are now together as life coaches. So I want to tell you guys, I want to talk to you about becoming you. That's really, really important to me, becoming you. That word has been recently coined by my most favorite First Lady, Michelle Obama, with the name of her book, Becoming. Okay, so Michelle states in her book about becoming, she talks about becoming is something that we never want to stop doing. We always want to continue to become who we are. We should never stop becoming, right? Nor should we want to stop becoming. Because, I mean, just think about who you were 10 years ago, 15, 25 years ago. Do you really want to be that person still? Okay, so me, I don't. 25 years ago, I was pregnant. So I don't want to be her. I'm good. So I want to share a story with you guys. And actually, it's a story about me. It's my becoming story. Especially speaking to our young ladies. I think it's important for you guys to understand that your journey may deviate sometimes, but it does not mean that you can't get back on that track and become who you want to be. Okay? So you have to understand. So when we talk about becoming, I remember that first being asked of me when I was maybe around 10, some of you guys' age. That question was, so what do you want to become when you grow up? I don't know, I'm 10. Why should I even know this, right? That's that pressure that people put on us to know what we want to be at 10. I didn't know. But I responded, I want to be a track star, right? Because I used to could run a little bit. And I could run a little bit. So, but adults didn't really like that because the next question was, so what's your plan B? Right? As if my what I said wasn't good enough. So I changed up. I said, okay, a lawyer. Oh, everybody like that. They're like, oh, a lawyer, that's good. That's something you want to be. That's right. So I started that journey to become a lawyer. But life happens. 19, I found myself with a baby, working part-time, in school full-time, playing basketball, and then my father passes. So there went my financial stability. So now the path changed, right? I stopped becoming what I want to become, and I become who I have to become, okay? And at that time, becoming who I had to become was a full-time employee with benefits. I needed money because that baby wasn't going to feed itself, okay? That's when I became a correctional officer. I became what I needed to be at that time, okay? 6 years later, I realized this is really not who I am. I want to become something more. I went back to school, got my bachelor's. See, ladies, you can go back. If you don't make it the first time, go back. Go back. I still didn't know who I wanted to become, though. So I said, okay, well, Janelle, let's go to school. Let's become counselors. So we went to school to become counselors. But like I said, I didn't complete the program. I had my second child at that time. But I was still working. I still had my job. So I was okay. I kept doing what I needed to do. It wasn't until 10 years later after that, I was 40. Some of you ladies in here know what 40 look like. When you're getting close to 40, you're like, what am I doing? Right? I know, I changed it up a little. So, So I'm 40 now, right? I'm 40. I have a 20-year-old, a 10-year-old. I got a husband. I have a job. I'm 10 years from retirement. And somebody asked me, so what you going to do when you retire? There go that question again about what am I going to become? At that moment, I knew I had to be intentional on this because life is passing. Life is moving. I need to figure this thing out. I started thinking on it, y'all, and that identity crisis hit me. I was like, who am I when I take away mama, daughter, wife, employee? Who am I? I didn't know. I didn't even know what I wanted to eat. I knew that my kids like Red Robin, and that's where we could go for dinner, but I didn't know where I wanted to go. So I started thinking, I started praying, I started crying, I prayed, cried, did all those good things, right? And as I sat there, it came to me. You want to be a life coach. You want to help other people. That's something that you enjoy doing, whether you get paid for it or not. I do want to get paid at some point, but I'm just saying, okay? I'm saying it's what I do enjoy doing, right? So there was 5 steps that I followed on this path to becoming who I wanted to be. I utilized clarity, I utilized visualization, affirmation, my squad, and just where I am today. Those are the things that I use right then. Clarity meant nothing more than finding out who I wanted to be. Yeah. What is she like? What are the things that she wants to do? What makes her happy? Heck, what kind of bag she want to carry? I didn't even know that. So we talk about, I love what Coco Chanel says. She says, women should be 2 things, who and what they want to be, right? Those are 2 things we should be. So once I had already had that clarity on who I wanted to be, now I needed to visualize her. I needed to see what she looked like. I didn't know what she looked like, so I started visualizing. And at that time, I needed to access my subconscious mind. Let me ask you guys, when is the best time to access your subconscious mind? Sleep. What else we got? Okay. First wake up. Who said that? That's what I'm talking about. That first 30 minutes and that last 30 minutes of your day. But we miss that time. Why? Woo, there you go, right there. That cell phone, we wake up with it, we go to bed with it, don't we? It's religious, right? We cannot be without it. So I'm gonna challenge you guys. Now that you know better, we can do better, right? We're gonna put that phone down. Put the phone down. And so you can start dreaming on who you want to be, and you can visualize that as well. After I had my clarity, I was visualizing her. Okay, so I needed to affirm this girl right here. I needed to know that I could do it because, y'all, it took me 2 years, 2 long years, a lot of conversations to get into a program. That makes no sense. I use excuse after excuse after excuse because why? I didn't feel like I was enough at the time. I didn't feel like, how am I going to coach somebody when I'm trying to figure myself out? Like, how am I going to do these things? So I started talking negative stuff to myself, right? So I needed to affirm her. So I started telling I was reading something one day and it just came to me. It was like, I am enough. Ooh. I said, is that talking to me? Okay, yes, I am enough. I started telling myself, I'm enough for this job. I'm enough for this. Girl, you didn't pray on this. God told you enough. What are you talking about? You are enough, right? So once I realized that I was enough, I had it on Post-its. I had it in my phone. I told myself in the mirror. Every time I needed to think about it, it was right there for me. Now I'm affirming, right? I'm affirming myself. So next I needed to go to what I think is super duper important. You guys better know this. Your squad. Who you surround yourself with. You want those women with growth mindsets. They need to encourage you. They need to affirm you. They need to do all that. And for those of you that are looking like, I don't even know anybody like that, it's okay. You can find them today. It's a whole bunch of them in here. That's why we're here. It's a whole bunch, right? And guess what? She probably looking for you too because she needs somebody just as well. So introduce yourself to her. Go meet her. So now I'm going to tell you, my squad, I had that, right? But they tell you, I heard a little saying that says, if you want to change your net worth, change your network, right? But for me, I like to change things up, so I want to increase mine. Because I'm not getting rid of nobody. So I want to increase mine. So you want to increase your network, if you want to increase your net worth, increase your network. Broaden your circle. So kids, if you guys want to get straight A's, hang around kids that get straight A's, right? Because they know the magic to it. They know it. And ladies, if you guys want to be millionaires, you better find a millionaire circle. Hang with them. Find out what's going on, right? You got to put yourself in the right situation. So broaden your circle. Become a joiner. Join groups, right? Kids in school, you guys should be in groups. I don't care what groups they got on campus. You find them, you join them. Find something that you want to do. Join a group. Adults, there's so much going on in the community. We have 4 great groups up here. Join them. That's how you get to meet other people. Because just imagine, if you stay in your same little circle with your same little crew all day long, nobody ever grows, right? You got to get out and do something. So I had already, so I got my crew together, right? We all together. So the next thing that I needed to do was to be happy with who I am now. Be happy with who I am now. Not when I become her, because there's nothing magical that's going to happen at that time. I better be happy with who she is today. Self-love, that's key. We got to have self-love, right? We got to love ourselves. Young people, love who you are today. Don't let anybody take that away from you. So in moving forward, I want to close my story with you guys. Now, 23 years in the Department of Corrections, I am approximately 6 years away from retirement. I have that's a daddy's department. Yes, he will. Yes, he will. Yes. I have a 24-year-old, a 14-year-old. My husband didn't leave me during my crisis. He stayed with me, so we're going on 7 years of marriage. And I have started my business called Becoming You Life Coaching, which I believe that I am living my best life now. And I think that I know that I'm living it because I made an intentional decision too. I was intentional about that. Right. So. Did you say my whole speech? No. So one thing I want to leave you guys with is, although I didn't know what I wanted to become, I realized that I was becoming her every day. Right? Every day. I didn't have idea who she was, but she was forming every single day. So remember, in your journey of becoming, you just keep going. It never stops. You just keep going. It doesn't stop until it's over, right? So I want to turn you guys over. No, to one of my squad girls, Miss Janelle Turner. She's gonna bring you. Oh, boo, girl, yes. She out there somewhere. James, Turner Burton. I'm sorry, I went back to high school. I'm sorry, I went back to Janelle Burton to bring you Phenomenally You.
All right, now that Crystal took everything that I was going to say, one thing she did not talk about, so her and I both are in this business together for becoming life coaches, is Crystal's journey was different than mine, of course. But we're both life coaches. We're not competing against each other. Come on now. We both have purpose. She has older children. I have a younger child. I don't have the time that she has. But I'm not going to hate on my best friend. Come on now. I'm going to celebrate her and ask her, how'd you do this? Yeah. And both of us have different areas in which we want to work with different people. I love facilitating small groups. I like working with people one-on-one too. I have a couple of my clients back there. And I also want to still work in the school, but do it on my own time. But one thing I wanted to say is, just because somebody else is doing the same thing doesn't mean that you can't do it too. Right. You bring something special. You are different. You are unique. You are dope. Yeah. And if people don't celebrate that, those are not your people. Right. You need to be around people who affirm you, who celebrate you, who encourage you, who call you out. Because we call each other out. And it may hurt, But we need to learn because we go back and apologize. We don't sit, well, sometimes we sit in it. And we're like, what's wrong with her? Why is she acting funny? The sister will probably know about that too, right? Why are you acting funny? But I encourage my sister and she encourages me. But I know we are on different paths, but we're going to celebrate each other and get there whenever we get there because we have different journeys. But we are two different people doing two different things, but celebrating each other. Yes. One thing that Crystal did not talk about is titles. Now, some people are big on titles. Yeah. I'm not too much. So myself, I am a dean at the best high school in Bakersfield. West is best. They're my girls. Wait a minute. I work at West High, but I'm a South High old school rebel through and through. But it's not about my title. So there's this quote. Let me give you may know this because it's your soror. I rent my title, I own my character. I'm not going to be a dean forever. I wasn't a counselor forever. So some of you guys, you may be, maybe you're a cashier, you're a cook, maybe you are, I don't know, a teacher, but you rent that and your company owns that title, right? But you own your character. That's it. I like that. So if you're not where you want to be, do you and be you because somebody's watching you, right? Somebody is watching you, so just be you and do you. One person I thought about during this, Shy, where you at? Shy. No, Shy Brown Whitmore. Shy. There's some things in our bag. I'll tell you that later. Anyways, Shy started off with Current Schools Federal Credit Union as a teller. That was her title, a part-time teller, right? That was her title. Her character remained the same because now she's a vice president at Valley Strong Federal Credit Union. So that's what I'm talking about. If there's a place that you don't want to be students, you're not going to be a student forever, but your character counts. Someone is looking at you. Someone wants to be like you, but they can't be you because we're all different, we're all unique. And you don't need to be like anybody else. If you like, K-pop, if you like, what's the other stuff that I should know this, all this different type of stuff, so what? If you're a little different, you're a little weird, so what? That's you, you're different. That doesn't make you less than or more than, you're just different, you're unique, you're dope. So celebrate that. All right, next thing. I already said that part. Okay, said that part too. All right, this is a real good one. Y'all might need to write this one down. What you focus on, you create more of. What you focus on, you create more of. So me, some of y'all, my Facebook friends, I focus on putting inspiration out there, positive stuff, and guess what comes back to me? Positive, happiness, support, all that stuff. So if you focus on, I'm always sick, I'm sick, you're gonna be sick because you're thinking about being sick. Think about, change your mindset. I'm so well, I feel great, I look great. I want to lose weight, or I'm so fat. Think about, I want to lose weight. I look great in these pants. This shirt fitting me different now. Change your mindset, okay? Also, if you're in debt, stop saying I'm in debt. Start saying, I'm a millionaire. I'm debt free. Stop talking that negative talk to yourself. Change your language, change the mindset, all right? Stop spending. Are you talking to me? I feel called out right now. All right. I'm going to close with mine. Like Maya Angelou says, if you're always trying to be normal, you will never know how amazing you can be. So go out and be phenomenally you.